People fail to comprehend the fact that the word holy means to be set apart. And to be set apart is to be different than the world. It means that the way that you talk, the things that you think about, the things that you do, and everything about you is different than most of the world. In John 15, verse 19, it says, if ye were of the world would love its own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. And for the longest, I felt just extreme despair, sorrow, depression, to the point where I was suicidal. I mean, I've been through a lot: incarceration, homeless, sleeping on park benches. I've been jumped before, sexually violated by an older woman when I was really young, like extremely young, and robbed. All types of wild scenarios that went on in my life that were unsavory, and through it all, I always just felt alone. Even though my mother was there for me, as far as financially, she couldn't be there for me mentally, physically, or spiritually, just because she was working all the time. And my sister, she was 7 years older than me, so I was kind of the annoying younger brother, and she's kind of trying to figure things out for herself, and those are the only two I had in the household. And on top of that, I've never been in one place for a long set amount of time, so I never had a chance to establish long friendships or long relationships, even at an older age, because I graduated at 17, and about like 19 years old, I went to Job Corps, which was in a completely different state. I went there for about a year and some change. And after that, I immediately went into the truck driving industry. And now I'm in a foreign country. So I've always just been a kind of traveling man and a nomad. I never had a tribe or people to really relate to, or people who hold me down for the long term, just because I'm kind of a rolling stone. I went to 7 different schools growing up. And I used to just think that I was just like the worst, the most insecure piece of shit ever. Like, I had zero self-love. I thought I was weird. I thought something was wrong with me. I thought something was wrong with the world. Everybody hates me, all these different things. But as I reflect on these things and I look back on it, it all molded me to be a better man. God didn't allow me to have certain things that other people had, as far as relationship wise and stability wise, because he always wanted me to depend on him and him alone. He constantly shows me that. He constantly shows me that the world will always love their own. I've never felt understood. I never felt like I could be a part of the crowd. I always felt like I'm kind of on the outside looking in. I was I dressed nice and I was handsome, so females kind of liked me, and men respected me because I was willing to defend myself. But outside of those carnal things, like the fact that I'd fight if I needed to, and females thought I was attractive, outside of those carnal things, I never related to people outside of those really vain things. Even the way I dress, people will not allow me to be in certain environments and amongst certain crowds and in certain popular groups, just because I could dress nice or I could talk good. It was always something carnal and nothing spiritual. It was never like that deeper connection of understanding, of people trying to really build with me and understand me to that deep level that I essentially needed. You feel me? Because I didn't have a father growing up. My father's Colombian, so you know that Colombian drug trade back in the 90s was ridiculous. You feel me? And I love my father. Me and him have a relationship to this day. I'm in Colombia with him. Actually, right now I'm living here. So me and him have a beautiful relationship. I'm not hung up on that, but I'm just keeping it real that really damaged me as a human being. And my mother just had no time for me because she was a single mother trying to figure out her own life. You feel me? So I was just kind of always the eyeball out. You feel me? The black sheep of the family. You feel me? I wasn't a troublemaker, but due to just my lack of understanding and the fact that I was an easy target and the fact that I had so much anger in my heart. I did a lot of things that like were just not right. You feel me? And I can't blame nobody but myself for those things. But I'm slowly healing and I'm slowly growing, and I'm just learning how to live a clean and pure lifestyle against what the music on the radio says, against the popular trend, against what women around me want me to do, against what my parents want me to do, against what society wants me to do, and just be my own man. You feel me? Being set apart is being authentic, being who God made you, embracing yourself. You feel me? Doing what is in your divine nature to do. You feel me? You know you feel conviction when you sin. That's why you need to stop it. Being set apart and being holy, it just simply means doing what's morally right, which in your moral obligation, and to be no less than what God made you. You feel me? If you go on the radio, all they're going to talk about is drugs, sex, or a depressing topic like a breakup or something like that. Something that's a real low frequency and real negative energy. You feel what I'm saying? And it's designed that way for a reason. That's why it says, be ye set apart. And in 1 Peter 2 verse 9, it says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth praises of him that hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. And to get to that marvelous light, you gotta be in some darkness, man. At least for me. At least that's my story. God pulled me out of darkness. That was the only way he can get to me. He knows how stubborn I am. I couldn't just go to church and listen to what the pastor was saying and take it seriously. No, you got, if you God, show me you got it. That's how I always felt about it. I always felt about when I was going to church young and seeing different religious organizations. I was like, if your God is so real and so big, then why doesn't he reveal himself to me? If he's not going to reveal himself to me, then why would I serve him? And he, in my darkest time, that's when he revealed himself to me. I was on a park bench, fresh out of jail, contemplating suicide. And he just showed up in the miraculous way, doing things in my life that are just divine and unorthodox and that were just so like out of the ordinary, that I knew it couldn't be anything but him. And from that moment forth, I just devoted my entire existence to him and his word and his will. And no matter what I gotta go through, no matter who goes against me, I'm gonna serve God to the end, even if I gotta die for it. I'm fine with that. When I die, I want to know that I serve God to the best of my ability. I want to know that I left an impact on at least one person's life. One person got closer to God because of me. One person got their life together because of me. Like, that's my ultimate goal. I don't care about clout, money, attention, how many females I could have sex with, how many cars I could drive, how many wives I could have, how good of a mouthpiece I got, having a big stage presence, being popular. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is serving my God. And because of that, people always look at me like I'm weird. They're like, hey man, we just went to the club, like, woo. They have fine women here, man. Why you always in the house reading books all the time? Why you just making content, man? You should go outside. They got this going on. They got that going on, man. Like, just constant people speaking negative on my set apart lifestyle, but I'm not gonna allow that to change who I am and what I do. You feel me? I understand what they're saying because from their carnal standpoint, I'm quote unquote missing out. But from my spiritual standpoint, they missing out. You feel me? I don't have to go around sinning and making an ass of myself and getting drunk and messing with different women to have fun. I'm more mature than that. I'm more disciplined than that. I'm better than that. I don't have to go to no damn strip club. I don't have to be around a whole bunch of men to feel safe, to feel like I'm in something. I don't care about being in nothing. That's the whole point of being set apart. And it's not about being a recluse or not going out or not enjoying your life. It's about doing things in moderation and not making going outside and being around the world a lifestyle or a habit. Let it just be like, if you want to go to a bar, get a little drink or something, just make sure that you drink in moderation. If you want to go out with your friends, just make sure that you're disciplined in what you do and what you're saying. Just understand that you're a representation of the Most High when you set apart. When you set apart, your life is bigger than you. You gotta be comfortable riding alone sometimes. And God's gonna put people in your life, you feel me, that's gonna relate to you on that spiritual level. He is. He's not gonna leave you in the dust. But at the same time, you gotta be comfortable, because sometimes in this journey, it's just gonna be you and him. And you gotta be okay with that. Like I said, to be holy, to be set apart. To be set apart is to be away from things. To be set apart, you gotta live a clean and pure lifestyle. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta have spiritual understanding. You gotta really serve God and not just play church. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'll never play church. You feel me? And also, it's just about putting not thy trust in man, but only in the Lord. Because a healthy fear of the Father is much better than the applause of man.
Your booze mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
Because eternity is forever and life is temporary. This life is simply but a dream. And how you decide to behave here and act here, and how you impact the people around you, that's gonna be for eternity. Once you die, it's over. Heaven to hell, shorty. So, all that being said, I really just want whoever is listening to this video to take the message that being different is okay. Being the oddball out, feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be in life, feeling like there's more you could do, feeling like you're missing out, it's fine. The Lord got you. Everything that you felt like you missed out on, you didn't miss out on anything. The only thing you should be scared of missing out on is God's divine will and his intervention in your life. Don't pay attention to what the world doing. Pay attention to what God is doing. Some days are going to be better than others. Sometimes it's going to be hard. Sometimes you're going to feel lonely, scared, afraid, depressed, confused. Sometimes people are going to take advantage of your kindness. Sometimes people are going to throw trash in your name for no reason or try to attack your character for no reason. And that's why the Bible says, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. You can't allow that PTSD, that trauma, all these things that you go through to turn you cold or to make you like the world. That's what the enemy wants. That's what the devil wants. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all just stay positive, live a clean and pure lifestyle, and serve the Most High to the best of your ability, and it's all gonna work out. I promise you. I'm coming from a place of being real. I've been through it. I've been through it, bro. I've been through it. And now I'm in a foreign country. I'm feeling peaceful. Shit ain't perfect, but it's way better than where I was. And that's all that matters. Just gradually taking one step at a time towards the Lord and allowing him to do what he needs to do with you and through you. That's what it's all about. Amen.